Hey there, LT Zeta here. Welcome back to Let's Play Donkey Kong Bonanza. It's a new session for me. It's been like 2 weeks because of other things going on. And so it's a new session, and thus I get title screen for the first time. Impressive, incredible. I cannot believe that there's actually a title screen in this game. Anyways, these are both the same save file. Because one is a backup. Because I like making backups. Let's see if I remember how to play anything. I don't know. I'm playing on a Switch 1 Pro controller right now because I went to grab my Joy-Con grip. And for whatever reason, my left Joy-Con had no battery, but my right Joy-Con was perfectly fine. I don't know why there's a difference. They were both... Neither of them were plugged in, but they were both in the same Joy-Con grip, so... I don't know. Just kind of... whatever. Let's try and remember how to play the game. So, was I doing anything in particular? I think I was going this way. I need to remember how to play the game. That is what I'm understanding. Yeah, it's Donkey Kong time, everybody. I went over something right here, yeah. Yeah, it's Donkey Kong. Let's play Donkey Kong. Banana text. Pluck a chunk and get funky. I'm not Funky Kong. I found a treasure chest. Melon juice! Okay. Pretty certain I got that before, but it's whatever, it's fine. I can do this, right? You know what? Why don't I just do that? That is nice, Pauline. Even though you being here makes me not care that much about this game in a lot of ways. It really kind of is just her, if I really stop to think about it. Because it's been a bit, you know? I've had time to think about things more. And I realize that a lot of my, like, emotional issues with this game, as I play it, just kind of stem from the fact that she's here. Like, it's not against her personally, it's just like, everything kind of comes down, right back down to that. Because it's like, the entire reason why I'm like, oh, what even version of Donkey Kong is this? What does it matter, yada yada. A lot of my awkward feelings about this game come back to the fact that we don't really know because of the weird timeline aspects of this game. Because, like, Donkey Kong does have an element of timeline, like, story, narrative, connectivity to it all, you know? Like, you might be like, oh, it's part of the Mario universe, who cares? But I'm assuming I have to destroy this so that the sun shines on this plant. It's this thing of like, Mario himself doesn't tend to have like the most connectivity, especially in spin-offs, because you know you get things like the babies showing up just because they can, and then you have things that should not even exist, like Baby Rosalina, which is like... I'm not even saying that in a mean sense, although I don't like Baby Rosalina, but like in the sense of like, that doesn't mesh in any capacity with the story we know from Mario Galaxy. Talk? Hello? So it's like, if you ignore Donkey Kong in all the spin-off Mario games for the most part, and just kind of accept that Donkey Kong can be whatever he needs to in the Mario spin-offs, think about Donkey Kong instead from the perspective of the Donkey Kong. You've got the original Donkey Kong, Mario vs. Donkey Kong, Donkey Kong Jr., DK3 or whatever, and that's supposed to be Cranky Kong. So the Donkey Kong that interacted with Pauline and Mario was always Cranky Kong, you know? And then we learn in Donkey Kong Country that Donkey Kong the Third, essentially, is the new Donkey Kong that Rare made. So we have got Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong. And so that was like, that's the general like DK timeline in a sense. So like, you got classic Donkey Kong, Cranky Kong, and all that jazz is the original Donkey Kong. And then you've got this Donkey Kong. Then you got the Donkey Kong who interacts with the other Kongs, and I don't know what you're talking about, Pauline. I don't know. I'm punching through dirt right now. I just sworn there was like a mole thing. You? Maybe. I don't know. I guess I don't really care. Is there something I'm like supposed to do with this purple over here, or what? I kind of just ignored it. Alright. Okay. Is this gonna be giving me bananas in every single one of these categories? I really kind of hope not. I'll get back to talking about it after I talk to you, who has a cutscene.
A rock is talking to us? Did Boyd do this to you too? Did he turn you into a rock, I mean?
Big dirt pile. Okay, so it's basically just saying go this direction. We do a spinny spin. So yeah. It's this awkward thing of like, okay, so we got basically the two different Donkey Kongs. And I think that's fine. Like, the Rare era was kind of wonky and weird, but like, it was always just kind of... It made sense within its world. You know? It had that important level of consistency that I care about. Now you have this game, which I'm not even like opposed to the idea of a redesigned Donkey Kong or redesigned world or whatever. This is the first Donkey Kong game made by a Nintendo team since fucking Jungle Beat. So, sure, they can do whatever they want. I'm not going to tell them they can't. But the problem to me comes from the fact that, like, I don't understand what Donkey Kong is now. Because we have Baby Pauline, something that no version of Donkey Kong would have ever encountered. Which is like, okay, so we're playing as Cranky Kong then? Before? Are we playing Cranky Kong's dad? Who knows? But this young Pauline basically has the important implication of this takes place before any other Donkey Kong. Which is like, okay, sure. But then you have, I guess, spoiler alert, Cranky Kong himself is in this game. It got shown off in trailers. And thus that leaves the immense question of, what the fuck does anything mean anymore? That's my problem. Like, this can't be any Donkey Kong or anything we've ever known, ever, at any point. Because it doesn't make sense anymore. Simply because Pauline is young. But Cranky Kong also exists. Those things are completely incongruent with each other. So, like, I don't know, maybe there will be an explanation. I fucking doubt it. After Pikmin 4, fucking was like, hey, we're gonna completely reset the timeline, who cares about anything? We're gonna... And it's just like, I don't think I have any interest in just Nintendo, like, narrative consistency anymore at all.
I knew it.
Because it just doesn't... I don't know. And again, the game is fun to play as gameplay sense. I'm enjoying the game. I'm not criticizing the game from a gameplay sense. This is probably the most I've enjoyed one of these, like, Nintendo games. Like, emotionally Nintendo games for me. Because, like, the other ones were Echoes of Wisdom, which I was like, sure, fine, it exists. And Mario Wonder, which was like, yeah, I guess. And Pikmin 4, which was like, fuck you. One of my most hated video games of all time now. But, so like, the game is fun. I'm having a fun time playing this game. Do not get my criticisms mixed up for dislike. I'm just saying, like, why I'm emotionally, like, I don't think I have it in me to care that much about what's going on, because it's like, it doesn't inherently make sense to me. And, okay, maybe there will be an explanation for why Pauline is young. I don't know. It doesn't... I don't see a world in which it would make much sense. And it's things like that, where it's like, I don't know what even counts as canon anymore. I don't know what to imagine this as, like, is this Donkey Kong supposed to have gone on any other adventures? It's like, because he's also a miner, and that's never been a Donkey Kong thing in any capacity. Donkey Kong's never been a miner. Never gone to the mines. He's never yearned. Where is this hidden treasure? Did this sign lie to me? I want my hidden treasure. I'm not getting anything in Sonar. I mean, I know they said that, oh, we're gonna take it home, but, like, what is home supposed to mean? I don't know. Well. Finding nothing. So I'm just gonna go talk to this guy.
No, I don't dislike.
Okay. He doesn't like singing. Wee. Come over here. Yes, there is. Apparently, Pauline is afraid of that. Yeah, I don't know. That's just my... That's me talking about, like... What I... Oh, I've seen this. I've seen this, yeah. I watched, like... I think... 3 separate people do this. I don't think I'm going to get the fast time. You gotta do this fast enough. Ah! Well, I got one of the times.
Nice.
Yay. You know what, I got a skill point. How about I speed up my turf surf? That's the thing I can do, right? One of these. I don't have the points for it. I guess it's probably not going to speed up anything. Oh. Huh. So these don't heal you when you get them. That heals me, though. So... what's the time I need to get? That's... Donkey Kong, don't do that. 20 more on the clock. Alright. I can do that. See, it's funny, because, like, when watching other people play this, I'm like, wow, this doesn't seem that hard. And then and it's like, now here I am, and it's like, oh, yeah. There is difficulty in this. Although, a big part of it is just press Y a lot, as far as I can tell. The turning radius is like the weird part, I would say. But yeah, it's not too bad, actually. I certainly did that faster than the streamers I watched. Yeah. Okay, second try, second banana. Nom nom nom. What do I get for this? Not much, huh? Alright. That went well. The more bananas the better, because it means more skill points. Yay, stuff. And at least I know what all this stuff is for now. That's important. Got one of those. You know that those are important. Alright, what's up? Aaron. Okay, you're not the right person. You're the right person. What am I doing here? I got that money. I got plenty of that money. I had to think, it was like, wait, no, that's like one digit less than what I have. I got in the 10,000s. I realized as I was making this jump, I was like, wait a second, that's one of those coins. I need those. Alright, so... Is this one of the walls I can Bananza through?
Nice.
Nice. It might be? Let's try it. It's LMR, right? Yeah, okay. Just gotta remember, like, you know, how the game works. Again, it's been, like, several weeks. There were various things. Mostly just stress, IRL business. Nostalgia country. Oh, yeah. I remember this got shown off in a trailer, too. Which, you know, kind of defeats the surprise of it.
That's nice.
I should check. I've never played the original... Well, okay. No, I have played a bit of the original Donkey Kong Country. And I honestly want to play all in full. I should check. Yeah. I was like... If this is a recreation of Donkey Kong Country, I need to check Donkey Kong's house. There's Diddy Kong. Yeah, I was just thinking, like, let me check everything that could, like, have a bonus. I was thinking, like, I don't know where the bonuses are in the original stages, but I do know that I can just punch through every single wall. And that made me think, oh yeah, I should check to see if there's, like, a Donkey Kong house sort of deal. I think, to me, again, this all has a bit of an element of, like, this is nostalgia, but not, is it nostalgia for Donkey Kong? Or just for us? You know? That's what makes it so weird to me. Spinning attack? Not sure if that's worthwhile. I'm just gonna keep hanging on to skill points. I'm doing fine right now. Yeah, I don't know. Like, this is definitely, like, there's a neat aspect to this. I'm not going to say there isn't. It's fun to see Donkey Kong Country, especially referenced by freaking Nintendo Japan, when it was made originally by Rareware. So, yeah, that's neat. It just kind of comes back to my thing of, like, I don't know how much I should care about this Donkey Kong. So, I don't know. At least we get cool remix of Jungle Hijinks. I've hardly heard any of the goddamn music in this game. Okay, that's just nothing. That's weird. Feels like it should be something. It reacts when I punch it. I don't know, I got all the things. Oh, you know? I didn't actually find a bonus room. Maybe that's, like, how you get out of a bonus room if you find one? That's what it looks like. It looks like a trapdoor. Eh, whatever. I got all the bananas. Yeah, there's definitely something underneath it. You can see now there's, like, a space underneath it. Hang on. Aha! Figured it out. Got it. Okay. So is this world, like, done already now?
Boyd is behind all of this. If he gets to the planet core, we're in big trouble.
Good. That's weird. The water just gone. The water through the water. Alright. Oh yeah, one thing I also wanted to say that I kind of found out about this game, I guess. Sort of found out about the game, I guess. I am concerned about 100%ing this game because I haven't really seen the game that much, but I was aware of namely Smallant playing the game a bunch. I follow him a lot. One of my most watched streamers at this point. And I wasn't really watching him play Bananza, but I was on the background a couple times, especially when he first started playing the game. And I saw him, like, continuously update his schedule to be like, more Donkey Kong 100% Bananza this today, and so on. And, like, it took him, like, I don't know, more than a week to go through it. And he was streaming it for, like, 8 hours at a time, nearly daily. And he kept coming up with more things to do 100%. Or something. So I was just, like, the other day I was like, how long is this game 200%? So I checked it up on how long to beat, and according to that, it was like 48 hours, which I think is longer than I spent on frickin' Final Fantasy. So I'm like, huh. Maybe I won't be 100%ing this game. But then I also remembered that, like, Mario Odyssey 100% also counts, like, grinding for stuff like the costumes. You know? So I'm wondering how much of 100% actually is, like, the stuff I care about versus random other stuff, I guess. I understand now what I'm doing. I did not do that very good. But, whatever, I still got some money out of it. That's fine. Whee! But yeah, apparently 100%ing this game takes a million years. I don't know how much of that 100% process is actually what I care about, though. So, we'll see what happens.
The folks here in the underground world are so peaceful and carefree. They have big hearts. I want to find a way to help them. And help you too, DK. If you're ever in trouble, my singing, it can help. I mean, I can't sing in front of everyone. I just can't. But I can sing for you, DK.
Gee, I wonder what Pauline's arc is going to be. Maybe she's going to sing in front of everyone. I don't know, they're kind of beating it a little hard, but whatever. It's a game meant to be accessible to kids as well, so I get it, it's fine. I guess I just don't care about the world, so it's hard to care about Pauline's singing trife. Especially because we also know that Pauline is a singer, thanks to Mario Odyssey. That's kind of like her big thing. So even without like hammering it in home, it feels like it would be like, oh, well, I mean, yeah, Pauline's going to start singing. That's just kind of her thing. But I shouldn't disparage.
A banana!
Oh, that what that is? Okay, how do I get that? Here we go. Give. You gotta stop moving in order for the controls to reorient to where you are. So I was still trying to move and it just wasn't working out the way I expected it to. We're at 3 now. You wanna go for this and just get better punching power? I don't know, maybe? Then again, there is this, and this would be potentially very big and important. I don't know. I don't know. The problem with a skill tree thing like this is, like, sometimes you just have to make a decision, and it's just like, I don't know what decision to make. I don't know what's going to be the most useful, so I'm just kind of like, I'll save it for later, and then I'm also doing fine, and none of it's, like, feels mandatory or whatever. I'm just like, sure, I'll wait and see what kind of decision I can make. map. The map, it's the map, it's the map, it's the map, it's the map. Hello. Those brutes took our bananas. Why do you have bananas? Why is this thing, like, shining? I don't know. Minecart.
Go, go! I wonder if there's a village up ahead.
Whee! Okay. Not really a minecart segment, so much as it is just a... It's like the equivalent of the Mario Odyssey wires in, like, Bowser's Kingdom or something. I had to do it to his neck. Basically asking for it. Oh, I wasn't expecting a hole. Another thing, wasn't there? Thought there was. Maybe I accidentally hit it already. Hello. See, despite all my, like, minor qualms with the game that I've been, like, coming up with, well, I say minor. I'm trying to downplay them. I'm trying to be positive. I am trying to genuinely be positive when playing this game. I don't want to be a negative Nancy all the time, despite this episode mostly just being criticisms. But, like, the core gameplay of this game, where you just kind of go around and smash stuff up, it is definitely, like, fun. I'm having fun. I don't know necessarily how much of a... Because, like, when watching the game, the reason why I kind of, like, stopped watching streamers was because I was just kind of, like, a little bored of watching the game, admittedly. I was like, eh, whatever, sure, fine. It sure is Donkey Kong. But playing the game is a completely different story, and I guess to an extent that kind of fits in with a lot of Nintendo stuff, where it's like, maybe it's not always the most interesting to engage with sometimes, but it can certainly be way more interesting to actually physically play. 'Cause that's like the Nintendo philosophy. All about play. You know? So, I can definitely say without a doubt that, like, Donkey Kong Bananza is a fun game to actually play. There's just like there's a sense of satisfaction to just, like, fuck shit up, you know? The idea that, like, you can destroy basically anything you get your hands on, practically, is, like... Yeah, it works, it's nice, and there are so many things around here. This feels kind of weird to me, though, where they're like, hey, these monkeys took all our bananas, and it's really annoying. Anyways, you're a monkey, you can have our bananas that are left over. It's like, why do I get to have them? Why do I get to have the bananas? That feels a little weird to me. I'm not entirely sure what hurt me there, but I found a banana. If I can hit it. I'm finding a surprising amount of things just, like, wandering around here. Because I'm doing, like, the same kind of basic stuff that I was doing in the previous world, where I was just kind of, like, going areas and, like, smacking stuff. But here it's, like, whole lot more, like, rewarding in the sense of actually getting rewards, not necessarily like anything else. I don't mean it in the sense that I was dissatisfied in previous areas. You know what I mean. I'm getting actual results added to a counter more so than anything else. There are so many fossils here. They're all just like stacked up against each other. Wonky. Alright. Random ass desert area. What's up? Minecarts. Engineers. Okay. I had a feeling that I would be able to sit down on the bench. That just seemed like the kind of thing that they would do, you know? Anyways, I've been playing for about 40 minutes. But I'll do this and end the episode, I suppose. Squealoid! I don't know if it gave me those points, but whatever. Exploding pork platoon. They're pork? What? Are they pigs? They were rocks. Whatever. Anyways, next time on Let's Play Donkey Kong Bananza, we're gonna Bananza.
What an adventure!
You said it, Pauline.